Have you ever found yourself lying awake at night wondering, is this love or am I just settling? You laugh less, you compromise more, and deep down, something feels off. If you've ever asked yourself whether you're truly happy in your relationship or just afraid to be alone, you are not alone. And this video might just give you the clarity you've been looking for. Settling in a relationship doesn't always look obvious. It's not always about constant fighting or emotional distance. Sometimes it's subtle, quiet discomfort that builds over time. Psychologists say many people stay in unfulfilling relationships not because they're in love, but because they fear the uncertainty of leaving. So in this video, we're going to go over 6 emotional signs you might be settling and not choosing love consciously. By the end, you'll be able to tell whether you're compromising or abandoning yourself. 1. You feel more relief than joy when they're not around. Ask yourself, do I feel lighter when they're away? Sometimes the space is healthy, but if you're constantly relieved when your partner isn't around, it may be a sign you're emotionally drained, not fulfilled. True connection feels like peace, not pressure. And if their absence feels better than their presence, something deeper may be misaligned. 2. You avoid deep conversations because they always end badly. You catch yourself biting your tongue, not bringing up certain topics because you already know how they'll react. That's not picking your battles. That's walking on emotional eggshells. Healthy relationships invite dialogue, even if it's uncomfortable. If you're silencing yourself to keep the peace, you might be settling for comfort over authenticity. 3. You fantasize about a life without them, and it doesn't scare you. It's normal to imagine different futures. But if you're often thinking about a life without your partner, and it feels exciting instead of painful, your mind might be telling you something your heart hasn't admitted yet. Fantasies about freedom may be a sign your needs are going unmet. 4. Your needs always seem too much. Do you feel guilty asking for more attention, affection, or emotional support? Settling often feels like self-abandonment. You convince yourself your standards are too high, when in reality, you just want to feel seen. If you've been told to stop being so sensitive or just be grateful, it can slowly make you shrink. But love doesn't require shrinking. 5. You're more afraid of being alone than being unhappy. This one hits hard. Sometimes we stay because the idea of starting over is terrifying, but fear is a poor foundation for a lifetime. If you're staying because being alone feels unbearable, not because this relationship brings you joy, then you may be emotionally settling, and loneliness in the wrong relationship can feel more painful than being alone. 6. You keep telling yourself, it's not that bad. This is a huge red flag and a common coping mechanism. It's not abusive. They don't cheat. They're not mean. But not being awful doesn't equal being right for you. Love shouldn't just be about tolerating the absence of pain. It should involve the presence of joy, trust, and mutual growth. Notice a pattern? All these signs are about emotional disconnection from your partner and from yourself. Settling is not just about choosing the wrong person. It's about slowly disconnecting from your own truth, one compromise at a time. Psychologists describe this as emotional incongruence, when your outer life doesn't match your inner needs. And over time, it can lead to numbness, anxiety, or even depression. But here's the truth. You don't have to stay numb. Recognizing that you might be settling is not a sign of failure. It's a sign of courage. Because being honest with yourself is the hardest and most healing step you can take. Every relationship teaches us something, and choosing yourself doesn't mean you're selfish. It means you're ready to live with intention. You deserve a relationship where you don't have to constantly wonder if it's enough. You deserve peace, joy, growth. Not just someone to avoid loneliness with, but someone who lights you up. If this resonated with you, you're not alone. Leave a comment and share what part hit home the most. Your story might help someone else feel seen too. Give this video a like if it helped you gain clarity, and subscribe for more gentle, healing content around relationships, boundaries, and emotional health. And if you're feeling lost or overwhelmed, please don't hesitate to reach out to a mental health professional. Talking to someone isn't weakness, it's self-respect. You don't have to settle, not in love, not in life, and certainly not in who you're becoming.